Hey, what's going on everybody? Josh Quinones here, and today I want to talk about the OnePlus 7 Pro. So I've had this phone for over a month now, and I kind of just want to talk about what my experience has been like with this device since day one. Now I'm not going to go over any specs or anything like that because I did cover that in my original review, and if you'd like to check that out, I'll make sure to link that down in the description below. But today, I kind of just want to talk about my experience, what it's been like since day one, stuff I've noticed since I've done that original review video, my likes and my dislikes. So, like I said in my original review, there's no doubt that this is one of the most beautiful devices that you can get on the market right now. In fact, this is the best looking device that OnePlus has put out since the OnePlus One. And I am loving this blue glass back. It's got a nice matte finish to it, and it just looks really, really good. And also the display, this is one of the best looking displays that you can get on a device right now. It looks nice and vibrant. The colors just pop. It's got that nice curve to it that you see on most Samsung devices. But one thing I did notice about the curved edges on this display, as they are a lot bigger compared to something like on my Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. The curves on the S10 Plus are more towards the edge, and then they just curve right over, making it easier to use. But the curves on this one are a lot bigger, giving you less of a flat surface on the actual display itself. So I do wish that the curves were just a little bit smaller or just a little bit more pushed towards the edge, and it would just make the device a lot easier to use, especially one-handed, because this is a big device. It actually is bigger than the S10 Plus, and it also has more of a heft to it. But I don't mind the heftiness to it because it does give it more of that premium feel. But like I said, I just wish they would have made the curves a little bit smaller on the display itself. Now, aside from looks, as far as the performance has been over this past month, it is still top notch, one of the fastest devices that I have ever used. It is super snappy, especially with that 90 Hertz display. It is just super smooth. The video itself that you guys are watching right now here on camera does not justify how smooth this phone is. It's always nice just scrolling through the app drawer or scrolling from screen to screen, or if I'm on Twitter, going through my feed, it just scrolls super buttery smooth, and I am loving the performance of this device. Like I said, it is super fast. Gaming on it has been great as well, especially when you get that gaming mode that automatically turns on when playing games on this device. It just makes it that much better. So the performance has been top notch. The whole user interface of the device is nice as well because it is just so simple, so clean and well put together. It makes using this device so much easier to use, and it makes it a lot easier to find stuff as well. It gives you that nice stock experience, especially for someone coming from something like the iPhone that has never used Android before. This is going to make it a lot easier for them to learn to use, and then once they do learn to use it, it's just a lot easier to use overall. So the whole cleanliness of the UI on this device has been great, and like I said, super snappy, and it's just a joy to use. Now, as far as if the phone actually lasts all day, it actually does, and I've actually shown this in my all-day battery review that I did with this phone, my battery drain test. I have all the settings like the display resolutions, the 90 Hertz display. I have everything set to max. Even the brightness, sometimes I do keep it on max, because one thing that I did notice about this device, when the brightness is on auto, it seems to be too dim at times. Even when you're out in the sun, it never actually pushes the brightness all the way up unless you're really in direct sunlight. But even when I'm sitting here at home, I'm inside, but I still got some light coming through the window, the brightness isn't where it needs to be. When I compare it to something like my Galaxy S10 Plus, the auto brightness on this device gets it just right. But the one on the OnePlus 7 Pro leaves it just a little too dim, at least for my liking. So I wish the auto mode, when it comes to auto brightness, would brighten it up just a little bit more. But the battery on this device has been great. Like I said, when I have everything set to max, I'm still able to make it through a full day of use. It was actually, I think 2 days ago, where I forgot to charge it overnight. I started my day off with 52% battery, and I decided not to charge it. I just wanted to see if the battery was gonna last me the whole day, and it actually got me through my full day. I was able to make it, I think, until 8 p.m. in the night, still with just regular usage. I didn't really use the phone too heavily, but just with regular usage, checking my social media, using it for phone calls, text messaging, stuff like that, and I was still able to make it through a full day of use. So that is pretty impressive, at least for me. So especially on a full charge, you're definitely going to be able to make it through a full day of use, even with everything set to high. So they've done a pretty good job job with the battery in this device. Okay, now one thing that I did notice about this device that I wasn't too happy with from the beginning is the cameras, because OnePlus made a huge deal about how good the cameras were on this device the day of launch. And when I got it and I started taking pictures, I mean, the cameras were pretty good, but they weren't the best that I've seen in a device, and it wouldn't be something that I chose as my #1 camera on a smartphone going out to take pictures or videos. So since day one, OnePlus has been pushing out update after update after update, and even with those updates, the cameras really didn't seem to change that much, and that was one big disappointment of mine. But like I said, they weren't that bad, but they just weren't the best that I've seen in the camera. I would always find myself taking my Galaxy Note 9 with me, which is the device I'm recording this video on right now, or my Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, or even my Google Pixel 3a, because the quality on those cameras are a lot better than the quality that you're gonna get on this camera. But 2 days ago, I did receive the latest update that improved the camera on this device, and I can actually say that the cameras have improved. I'm not disappointed anymore. I can actually kind of feel comfortable taking this device out by itself without a secondary device to take pictures. The quality is actually pretty good. It has improved since that last update. And here are a couple of samples that I took with this device, just to kind of give you an idea of what the quality is going to be like taking pictures with this phone. Now, of course, I'm going to do a full review with the new update of the cameras on this device, which I will post later this week. So make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on that future video. But yes, overall, since the new update, the cameras have been pretty good. Video quality is actually really good as well. I did do a 4K video test with the cameras on this device. The quality was really great. It's the microphones that weren't too great. Not really picking up my voice the cleanest when it comes to video recording, and I know a lot of you did leave comments like that down in the comment sections below of that video. But of course, with this new update, I'm gonna have to try out the video recording as well. I'm gonna do another 4K video test, but I'll probably bunch everything up into one video as far as the pictures and video quality go. But overall, as far as just the quality of the video itself, it's actually pretty good. It's the microphones I wish they would work on so it can pick up the sound a lot better, because sometimes it just sounds a little too muffly or high pitched. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to finding out, to see if they did fix that, because since that update, I haven't done any video recording yet, so I'm gonna have to make sure to do a lot of video recording to test that out. But like I said, I will be posting a video on that a little later this week. Now, a couple things that I still wish this phone had since my original review that I still not have gotten used to yet is the headphone jack. I wish it had a headphone jack, because sometimes when I do try to edit videos on this phone, I find myself just sitting down and then I go and grab my headphones, because when I do edit videos on my phone, I usually use my headphones because it's just easier to edit videos that way. I can get the sound right where I need it, because with Bluetooth headphones, sometimes there can kind of be a delay in sound where it won't line up perfectly with my video. So I do use headphones when editing videos, and on this device, I just can't do that. So I still wish it had a headphone jack so I don't have to try and find my dongle, connect that in there, and then connect the headphones onto the dongle. And it's just an extra step I have to take to be able to use my headphones on this device. And another thing is wireless charging. Now, to some people, it might not be that big of a deal. And even for me, before, wireless charging was not that big of a deal. I always like wired charging. Still to this day, I always prefer wireless charging better, because it just charges the device a lot faster. But it's when I go to sleep at night is when I do use my wireless charger. And there's been a couple of times where I did use this phone, and when I go to bed at night, just by habit, I would throw it on the wireless charger and just leave it there, thinking it's charging, to find out that it's not charging because I forgot that it doesn't support wireless charging. So yes, I do wish that is one thing that this had. Now, as far as waterproofing goes, because this device does not have an IP rating, I did get it a little bit wet here and there, and no damage was actually done to this. At least none that I have noticed. There hasn't been any water damage so far. I have splashed some water on it, but as far as dunking it in water, I really wouldn't feel comfortable doing that, only because it doesn't have an IP rating. If it did have that IP rating, then I probably would feel comfortable dumping this in some water or taking it in the pool with me to be able to take pictures or videos in the pool. But as of right now, I do not feel comfortable doing that. But aside from that, the device has been holding up very, very well. We are over a month into it now, and I can definitely recommend this phone to anybody that's not looking to pay close to or over $1,000 for a flagship device, because this is still considered a flagship phone at $700. Now this is the T-Mobile model. There is another model starting at $650, and then there's another one that costs just a little bit more than this one. But yes, this is the T-Mobile model that I have here in my hand. Now there is one thing that I do want to mention when it does come to the updates. Like I mentioned earlier, I received the latest update 2 days ago. Now, there are other devices out there, the unlocked versions, that actually received their updates a lot earlier than I received mine on this T-Mobile model. So, if you plan on getting the T-Mobile version, you can probably expect to get your updates maybe just a little bit later than the people out there who have the unlocked model. So I just wanted to mention that real quick in case you are looking to get the T-Mobile version. But yes, like I said, still holding up great, performs like a beast, one of the best looking devices out there, like I said, for $700. And if you find yourself interested in this device, I will make sure to throw a link down in the description below. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comments sections so far. If you have a device of your own, how has it been treating you since you have received it? Or if you were looking to get it, let me know if this video maybe helped you out just a little bit. Let me know down in the comment sections below what your thoughts are. Make sure to leave a huge thumbs up on this video if you did like it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come. But for now, thank you all so very much for watching. This is Josh Quinones. I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.